In this video, I'll tell you 5 Black Star players that need to improve going into the AFCON. So let's get started now, guys. So the first player on the list is Abdul Salis, and Abdul Salis is such an essential player to the Black Star setup now because Thomas Partey, the midfield dynamo, the midfield general, is injured and he needs to step up his game now because he's probably one of the most experienced midfielders in the team now, considering how he's been able to play in the FIFA World Cup last 2 years in the World Cup, and we saw what he had in his skill set. He was trying to help the Black Stars defend very well and trying to control the midfield for the Black Stars. And after having played against Portugal, played against Uruguay, I'm thinking playing in the AFCON for the Black Stars in the Ghana jersey, it must not be a very difficult task for him, and he has to show why if Thomas Partey is not there, he can dominate the midfield. We have to see him play very well in the Black Star setup this time around. Exert energy in the midfield, try and dominate the midfield, try and not let us miss the senior man Thomas Partey in this AFCON. So the next player is Gideon Mensah. This is going to be Ghana's first AFCON tournament without Baba Abdul since 2015. It's a shame that has opted out of the Black Star setup due to a lot of issues here and there. He said he was bullied in Kumasi and he's not really happy about it. He's been a victim of a lot of blastings from the Ghanaian media and the Ghanaian masses, and it's a shame he's not going to be in the AFCON considering what he has in his skill set and his experience. But you know what? It's time also for Gideon Mensah to step up. A lot of people in the Ghanaian media were fighting for the inclusion of Gideon Mensah, for Gideon Mensah to start ahead of Baba Rahman, and Baba Rahman is not there again. This is the time for Gideon Mensah to take the number 3 position as his. Thinking he has to improve massively because there's no Baba Rahman anywhere, and you have been Ghana's second choice left back for a long time. There's no way I was seeing Chris Hilton starting the Mediama left back ahead of you, Gideon Mensah, having played the World Cup, having played in big matches. You have to improve in this game. It's a very difficult task to play because if Mohamed Salah plays on the right wing for Egypt, it's going to be a difficult task for him because he will be tackling and he will be playing one-on-one versus Gideon Mensah. Imagine Mohamed Salah versus Gideon Mensah. We will get to see what Gideon Mensah has in his skill set against Mohamed Salah. The next player to improve massively is Alidu Seidu. You know what? I watched Alidu Seidu at the World Cup and I was like, wow, Alidu Seidu was a revelation. And the problem is Alidu Seidu is not a right back, but Coach Chris Hilton finds a way to deploy him at a right back. His position is to play as a right centre back in a 3-back system, and he's normally playing as a right back for the Black Stars of Ghana. And I watched him play against the United States, and it was I saw what was he doing in that game. Oh my God, we all saw what that sequence of play, and he was looking at him. He was lost. Alidu said, "We love you as Ghanaians, but the truth is, you have to improve so much. If you're going to play as a right back, we have to see your forward runs. We have to see you have to make sure nobody beats you one-on-one in the AFCON." I'm thinking Alidu Seidu has to improve so much going into the AFCON. So one player that has really not impressed me in the Black Stars jersey has been Joseph Paintsil. He's been a spectacle in Belgium. I even remember that there were times where they were linking him up to a Premier League move and all that, and he's doing well. There are players who can play very well at club level, but they are not able to replicate those performances at the national team level, and I think that's the problem we are having with Joseph Paintsil. Joseph Paintsil is a fine player, but you know what? I can't remember one good performance from Joseph Paintsil for the Black Stars of Ghana. I think his best performance will probably be in the AFCON last year against, I think, Morocco, where he was really on top form, trying to take on players. And apart from that, he looked so lost playing for Coach Chris Hilton, playing for Coach Otado, and he was dropped going into the World Cup. And there was a clamor, there was a hula baloo, there were fights in the Ghanaian media that where's Joseph Paintsil, where's Joseph? And no, Joseph, this is your time. If Joseph Paintsil doesn't take this time, there are so many young wingers coming into the Ghanaian food. Look at what Abdul Usahaku is doing at Leicester. Look at what Niyama and the young players are doing. Look at Kamaldeen Suleimana. Look at Osman Bukhari. So if Joseph Paintsil is giving the nod to start, even look at Ransford Yeboah. So if Joseph Paintsil is giving the nod to start ahead of all these wingers, I think he's supposed to bring something more to his element. He's supposed to do something more, take on players, provide assets, be essential in the Black Star setup, and that's what we are looking for from Joseph Paintsil. He has to do more to cement his position for the Black Stars. And you know, growing up, We knew Laie Kensen was going to play number 7. There was no way nobody was going to take Laie Kensen from the number 7 position. And that's what we want Joseph Paintsil to be. Take that position as yours in this AFCON. And the last player to improve massively in the Black Star setup for me is Daniel Amartey. You know what? I don't think Daniel Amartey should start going into the AFCON 2023. But you know what? He's been an instrumental figure for the Black Stars since 2015 AFCON. I watched him in Ghana vs Senegal in that tournament, and he was so good. He's so blessed with passing the ball from the back, and he's very good with calmly defending. I'll choose him over Jiku when it comes to defending the ball without making any aggressive passes or making any mistake. But you know what? In recent times, Daniel Amartey has been making so many bad mistakes, so many errors. He hasn't shown himself. Daniel Amartey hasn't been exceptional at the back, and the truth is, Amartey, for him to take this position in the Blasters, I think he needs to improve. Amartey is a good player, but Amartey needs to improve going into the AFCON in La Côte d'Ivoire. Guys, this is what I think about the 5 Ghanaian players that needs to improve going into the AFCON. Let me know what you think about this. Who else do you think I left out from the list? And I'll be glad to hear from you in the comment section below. The best is yet to come. If you want to know more about Ghana football content, kindly do work to subscribe to this channel. The best is yet to come. Thank you.